Nobody is going after the calm surrender of the dog. People is just, you want to go for a walk? And the dog is crazy. And they put the leash, sit, 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 stay, stay. Watching Lassie Rin Tin Tin when I was 10 years old, and I thought that every dog in America was just like Lassie Rin Tin Tin.
Can we talk about Brad Garrett? Oh my goodness.
We wouldn't be able to do anything here with that guy.
Welcome to Dogs and Coffee, the podcast where we sit down with inspiring animal lovers, dog trainers, advocates, and everyday heroes over a great cup of coffee. I am Rocky Kanaka.
And I'm Kelly Kanaka. Each week we bring you real conversations and heartfelt stories that celebrate the incredible bond between people and their pets.
Our guest today is the guy, Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer, world-renowned behaviorist. You've seen him or you've been living under a rock. He currently has a TV show on called Better Human, Better Dog on National Geographic.
Born in Sinaloa, Mexico, he came to the U.S., built his reputation, rehabilitating tough cases, and today runs a dog psychology center, a working ranch in Santa Clarita. He also has an East Coast hub in the Fort Lauderdale area. He's a best-selling author, a bilingual educator whose calm, assertive approach, exercise, discipline, affection, in that order, has influenced millions of dog owners around the world.
I think for years, his show had people going around, not only to dogs, but to each other, going, tsk, 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 tsk. Did I know you at that time? I don't know. Yeah. That long ago. Huh?
Yeah.
Man, time flies when you're in love. Save myself there. Hey, but I feel like maybe even you, to me, would be like, tsk, tsk, tsk.
Yeah. Well, now that sound in our world has a different connotation with our son doing spidey web.
Right.
Yeah. I'm interested in hearing what he's doing now, how his approach has evolved and changed, or if no, that is a tried and true method, and catch up with him and see what he's up to.
I think it's interesting because he's come so far. He's been through ups and downs, but I just don't know too many people on the street that would meet Cesar Millan and not be excited to shake his hand and likely ask him a question and say, my dog does this. How do I correct that?
Yeah.
which I think dog trainers in general probably get, but he certainly has to get it the most because of his hit TV show and just everything that he does in the dog world.
Yeah.
But listen, there's a lot of drama in the dog training world. It's a world that I am glad I am not in because it's like any lawyer or doctor or dog trainer. Like if you go to a doctor and you go, well, the other doctor said this. I go, I don't know why they said that. That's not how it works. If you go to a dog trainer, you say, well, one dog trainer said this. Well, I don't know why they said that. That's not how it works. There's some general best practices, but I have not met one dog trainer that agrees with another dog trainer yet.
Yeah, well, and I think it's also case-by-case basis. Like, not every dog is the same. Not every human is the same. Like, every scenario is so individualized, and what your routine is at home, the dog's, like, characteristics and personality, like, all of it plays into that. So, I don't know. We don't treat our dogs the same. Like, they all have different needs, right?
Right. He is one of our top requested guests.
Yeah.
Which I get why. I don't think I would have guessed that initially. So I'm really excited to learn more about him, his life, challenges, what he's excited about now. And I'm wondering, what do you think his coffee order is?
I hadn't thought about it. What do you think it is?
Okay, I'm glad you asked. I was like chomping at the bits, almost interrupting you. I don't know, but I went through the thought exercise, which is funny because you go, okay, he talks about being calm and assertive, so that to me would be like calm and assertive would be like a double shot latte.
Calm. Well, no. I mean,
What?
calm
Yeah.
is like no caffeine.
Right. Tea.
Right? You don't want a caffeine rush where all of a sudden you're like, yeah, wired.
Right. But does he need a jolt in the morning to be able to work with all of these dogs and more importantly, all of these people with their questions?
I guess that's true. It's more the people. Yeah, if that's the case, I'd say hook an IV up a coffee straight into my veins.
Okay, so I'm going to guess a double shot of something is his go-to.
Okay.
Or how funny would it be if he's like, I'd take a quad shot. They got to check his ID to make sure he's old enough to have that many shots. Okay, I'm going to say a double shot of something. What do you say?
Oh, I'm going to just say black coffee.
Black coffee. Okay.
Yeah.
One more question about Cesar, the dog whisperer. Have you met him?
Briefly, I think we met him on a
Together.
red carpet
That's right.
event
He was really kind.
a long time ago.
Yeah, he was very kind. Because, I don't know if he knows who we are or anything, but he was really nice. What kind of dog do you think he'll bring, if he brings a dog?
Well, I've been watching his podcast,
Ah, so you know.
and I know he's got 2 little fluffy dogs.
Yeah. When it's funny, when I think of Cesar Millan, I feel like he would always go around with like the perfectly trained Doberman or Rottie or something.
Yeah, but also, like, little dogs have a tendency to be yappy because people don't correct them because they're so little. They're like, oh, they're not going to do any harm. I had one of those, a little yappy dog.
That's true.
She's great in all her glory. I bet he'll have a really well-trained
Papillon.
little fluffy dogs
Okay.
that are not yappy.
Let's welcome our guest, Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer himself, with his 3 cute little pups, Sophia, Alfie, and Snow Monkey. Everyone, let's welcome Cesar Millan.
Thank you.
You are our top requested guest.
Okay.
So that's
Thank you, everybody.
We did it.
Thank you.
So this is a podcast where Kelly, my wife, and myself, we talk about dogs and coffee.
2 things we love.
As the name of the show, Dogs and Coffee.
Yes.
I'd say only bested by the podcast Walking with Cesar, where you take people around your ranch as a podcast and walk with them and their dogs, and it is brilliant.
I like that. My whole entire career is about rehabilitating dogs by walking them. So I believe the connection, communication, relationship with other people through the walk and walking dogs, which most people never walk a pack of dogs,
Right?
right? So for them, it's magical. So this magical moment that these people are not expecting, combined with the simple questions that I want to know, right? How do I better the world, right? It's better human, better world, better human, better planet. And that's all I want to bring out of people. Whatever they have accomplished in life, what kind of energy they use, what kind of philosophy they use, and what kind of actions that they took, right? Because how I became the dog whisperer is I use a certain energy, certain philosophy, and certain actions. And that's what people want to replicate.
That's interesting. And you may know this, but something I see in that podcast when you're walking the dogs is you are also walking that person.
Yeah.
The way they...
Especially Brad Garrett.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about
He
this.
was all over the place. He needs rehab.
The way the person starts versus the way they end with you and the journey you take them through on that walk is just as transformational as the dogs. You can see it in their face and you can see it in the dog's face, the transformation by the end of the walk.
Yes.
And it's really phenomenal. So I want to just give you credit for that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
My goal in life right now, I'm 56 now. My goal was to become the best dog trainer in the world. Right now, it's just the few time that people are with me, I want them to have, their life will never be the same. Because if you learn something new that day, your life can never be the same. And you can learn new things every single day.
That's right.
Like if a dog goes from my ranch to Yellowstone, he will learn something new that day. His life will never be the same.
Right.
So it's simple things that can help you to have this beautiful life on earth, and your life should never be the same. It should be more happiness, more health, more love, and more hope, right? It's like always growing the energy.
And more dogs and more coffee.
It's always better. And you need coffee to play. I need coffee.
Okay.
5 a.m., that's it, and I got to drink coffee.
Is that what time you get up? 5 a.m.?
Okay, good. Now, we're excited to hear because we're going to make this for you. So here's the thing. We're going to make your coffee order, but we're not baristas.
Okay.
So he's very trusting.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to all drink it together.
Yes.
We're going to drink it together. And the good thing is we have a barista. So should I just really mess this up? Kelly has some quiz questions we put together. Now, no pressure, but if your goal is to be the best dog trainer in the world, this could settle it right here.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, okay. We guessed on your coffee order. Now, we're going to tell you what our guesses are, and then you tell us what you... Okay. What was your guess?
I think I just said black coffee.
But you said something calming, right? Because...
I was like the energy, right? It's all... So I was like, he wouldn't wake up and have a bunch of shots of espresso because he's got to be calm for the dogs.
But I said the complete opposite because there are people involved. And for that, you
Yeah.
probably need double or quad shots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, espresso for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but then I was like, I don't know, so I just went with
Yeah.
black coffee.
Yeah,
So what can we get for you?
espresso.
Espresso.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I drink.
Straight espresso.
Straight espresso.
Yeah, because you got to deal with the people, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I'll get that going.
And I grew up drinking coffee. Like my
did?
whole entire childhood is
What age did you start drinking coffee?
early 5. They give you in Mexico. They give you coffee if there's no food,
Okay.
so they kill the hunger with the coffee.
Wow.
But you learn.
Yeah.
You know, I learned to to enjoy coffee because I my rituals. It was with my mom, right? So early in the morning, I wake up and my mom is there, and we drink coffee together.
Oh, that's
So that was
sweet.
it. So me
Yeah.
drinking coffee is having my mom around.
So as a kid, were you drinking black coffee or were you
Yeah.
mixing in any milk or?
Sometimes the milk, you know,
Yeah.
when you're little, you know, I
Yeah.
right now I can put milk in anything. uh, oh, water, you know, your typical coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was animal crackers.
Okay.
Then
Little
it-
dip
and
that get a little
that's
sugar
it.
sweetness in
That
there.
was like a luxury.
Yeah. So these questions, we won't nail you with some hard questions just yet. We'll go with
Go
the
for it.
easy ones first. Which type of dog are you, Cesar? A calm Labrador, a protective German Shepherd, or a Chihuahua with a tiny but mighty heart?
I'm a Jack Russell.
Jack Russell, okay.
D.
If dogs could vote, which dog breed would probably run for president?
They will all run for president.
Uh-huh.
All run for president, right? And the pack will only choose the most honest,
Okay.
the most responsible, the one the biggest heart, and the one the smartest in the pack in that time.
Okay. But so it's not going to be a specific breed. It's going to be
Who is
dependent.
in that? That's right. Who in that moment is at that level of honesty, integrity, loyalty,
Of the pack.
you know, of the pack. See, we're the only species that follow unstable leaders,
Okay.
right? So in the animal world, you have to be the most stable.
Right.
And what makes you stable is your energy have to be pure. Your responsibilities have to be on point. Your heart has to be bigger than anybody else. And your capability to be creative,
Mhm.
right? Because it's about life and death,
Yeah.
right? So they're going to pick what they think is the most intelligence of the pack. So
Okay.
if that day, that was the Chihuahua, guess what? The Chihuahua is going to be the pack leader.
I was not expecting that answer, but it makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, if you were stranded on an island and could only take one dog breed to help you survive, which would it be?
Newfoundland.
A Newfoundland
Mm.
to help swim? Or-
Absolutely. Who else is going to carry me? A Labrador can't keep up with my
yeah,
weight.
I was thinking more like would it be like a hunting dog or something
Well,
like
I can
that?
hunt, and,
You can
and
hunt,
I
okay.
mean, we're in the island, so I need
Yeah.
him in the water.
Oh,
You know,
that's
I
a good
can, I
point.
can be the one on the land, and he can be the one in the water. But you
Man.
need something big.
Yeah, okay.
can
You are
float.
coming in with some hot tips here because I don't feel like anybody else has said that. Okay. Which one of these are not a true dog behavior? Zoomies at 3 a.m., only licking yourself annoyingly when you sleep, barking at a ghost, or pretending to limp for treats?
Uh, the question was what?
Which one of these are not a true dog behavior?
They're not a true dog behavior. So mention it again.
Zoomies at 3 a.m.,
Zoomies at 3 a.m. is not a dog
only
behavior.
licking yourself annoyingly when you sleep, barking at a ghost,
Sometimes they do.
pretending to limp for treats.
Pretending to limp for treat. So that means they already know how to move the human.
Yeah.
Because a lot of dogs manipulate humans.
Right.
And so, you know, limping would be one. That's a good, smart, you know, psychological behavior from a dog. The Sumis is not a good.
Yeah.
But
I think that was a
barking at the
trick
ghost is
question.
good. Yeah. Yeah.
Couldn't
They do
stop 'em.
bark at a ghost. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is-
Oh, yeah,
there
I
is
think
such a
so.
thing of things that the invisible energy and the visible energy.
Right.
Like when let's say you meet a person and it looks good outside.
Mm-hmm.
But the inside energy, the one normally people don't see, they all pick up on it.
Oh,
That's the profound part of the human. That sometimes the spirit of the human is not clean.
And dogs know.
and
They
dogs
see it.
see
So
it and
yeah,
feel
so
it.
you don't have to be dead to have a spirit,
Right.
right? Because can a dog bark to the spirit? Yeah, if your soul is not pure or clean, they're gonna bark at it. They're not gonna trust.
You hear people say, like, I don't trust people that my dog doesn't trust.
Mm,
Like that.
I'm with them.
Okay. Cheers, friends.
Oh,
I think
yes.
I think Cesar passed. Yeah.
All right.
All right. to mom, right?
Yeah, to mom. Mm,
That's good.
I like it.
I see you have 3 friends with us today.
Mhm.
Tell us about each one of these. Hi.
Sophia is from Puerto Rico. She
Okay.
was rescued from Puerto Rico. Alfie is being with me for 15 years, so
Ah,
he's the eldest in the pack right now.
I
He's
wouldn't
the
even guess
oldest.
15.
I know he looks
Yeah.
amazing. His hair is amazing.
Yeah.
The first thing an older dog loses is his hair. Well, his teeth and then his hair.
Yeah.
Right, but this guy lost his teeth, but not his hair. So it's good. It's good sign of health. And then Snow Monkey is the newest one. Is barely 8 months old, so that's why he's not on a leash. He's learning just to follow the pack, and that's practically what I do. I always bring Sophia's 7, so she's a mature, member of the pack, and Alfie is 15, so he's a senior. So it's a senior and a mature dog raising a pup. So a lot of times when people don't know how to raise a dog, they just need to bring the members of the pack with
Right.
that energy and with that wisdom and with that responsibility. So it's good to bring a dog into a family, whether it's grandparents, parents, and the kids and the adolescent and all of that, because the dog is gonna receive that energy. Versus when you raise a dog by yourself, you need to go and ask people to loan you their energy. Or people with dogs, they
Right.
can always go and find dogs, adolescent and adult, to raise your dog.
That's interesting because I would have asked you, yeah, which one is kind of the boss of the group, but you
Snow Monkey.
balanced it out. Yo, Snow Monkey. Yeah.
So a Snow Monkey is born to be front of the pack. And a pack of dogs on a litter, you're always going to find front of the pack, middle of the pack, back of the pack. So when you go pick up a dog, you need to know which one do you want from the pack. Because a lot of times people ask me, what's the best breed? So the breed has the skills, but if you pick up a dog and you pick the front of the pack and you never raise a front of the pack dog, which most people never
Yeah.
raise a front of the pack dog, it's best for beginners to pick a dog that is in the middle, the happy-go-lucky ones, because the back of the packs are more sensitive. Those are really good for people that have seizures or the people that have a little bit of some kind of medical problem, because the dog is the sensitivity can alert. So they need to have a purpose. Never get a dog just because I just want to love a dog. That's not enough. You need to give the dog a purpose. And so by the position that they're born, you can find the purpose.
It's a lot like our marriage when she found me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like loving him is not enough. I need to
Yeah.
give him a purpose.
That's right. or you got to come with it. That's right. You already got to come trained, my friend.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Patty trained. At least.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
That's interesting because you're right. A lot of the kind of emotionally connected dogs would be back of the pack because they're going to sense when things are happening to you that you may not even be aware of yet because they're so connected. Whereas a front of the pack dog, like that German Shepherd, they are so focused on everything going on around.
But it's not the breed. So in every litter, it's only one pick of the litter.
I got it. Yeah, within
You
the
see it?
personality within that litter.
And then what the breeders call the middle of the pack is pet quality. And what the breeders call the back of the pack is the run of the litter.
Okay.
You see it? Pig, middle, back.
Hmm.
So so German Shepherds in a litter of German Shepherds, only one is going to be a police dog. The rest are going to be able people to sell it to the regular people. So only one can be a police dog.
It's like the guide dogs that fail out of their training, where it sounds so bad, but they're still amazing dogs. But yeah,
For other activity.
For other
that's
activities,
right.
right.
For other activity. And the dogs for CNI, the CNI dogs, those are middle of the pack. They have to be happy-go-lucky.
Uh-huh.
You see it? They can never be too protective or too sensitive. The sensitive is the back of the pack. The protector is the front of the pack. The middle is the happy-go-lucky. So it's like the HR of the pack. He makes sure that the back and the front get along. So if you put a front of the pack and the back of the pack, the front of the pack will go after the back of the pack.
Right.
So you need the middle,
Hmm.
because the middle is the one is always let's go play.
Yeah.
You see it? Everybody has their own, already frame of mind to do. The front is direction protection. The middle is happy-go-lucky. And the back is calm surrender. So he teaches everybody to do that.
What you're saying is so true. We spend a lot of time in the shelters, and we will work so hard to get a dog adopted, and sometimes it will come down to that meet and greet.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when you talk with a dog owner, they may not be an experienced dog owner.
Yeah.
So you say, well, what kind of dog are you bringing to the meet and greet? And they're like, oh, my dog, I love them so much.
Mhm.
Right. But, tell me a little bit more. And you just hoping that when that happens, he runs smooth. And this shelter's already such a stressful environment. So it's one of the most, for me, it's one of the most nail biting portions because you do everything to get that adoption to that point, and then it all comes down to, are these dogs going to
Compatible.
be compatible?
Yeah.
That's right. And we don't ever want to force that because if they're not, they're going to be back at the shelter in a week.
No, when it's magic, it works right away.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and if you wanted to make it work, that human needs to have a lot of classes.
Right.
Because it's just
And time.
The knowledge and then the repetitions, right?
Right.
So you need three things to make any relationship work: good energy, good philosophy, and repetitions. Right? That's the action part. Like, that's the part that most people don't they forget. Right? Everybody wants to attract the right thing, create the right thing, but it's the maintenance, the law of attraction, the law of creation, and the law of maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
This one is the hard one because it takes years.
The longevity.
The other one, you can attract things and it feels magical. You can build things and it feels amazing. But then the maintenance feels again. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's the only way you can maintain what you attract and create.
All of this knowledge
Mhm.
that you share freely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Were you like this as a kid? Like, did it start out this way? Or tell me about that.
I think America helped me a lot with finding who really Cesar, completely. Okay, Mexico gave me, the nurture part of the connection with Mother Nature. Growing up, with my grandparents, they passed away 105, so grew up with that kind of energy and that kind of knowledge and that, those kind of human beings. It really created half of Cesar, right? And then coming to America, and then as the land of opportunities and the land of creation and the land of everything is possible. In Mexico, you don't hear this word, everything is possible. Or what will you do 5 years from now? Like, you can't plan for the future. So it's very limited, but it teaches you to live in the moment, right? And so I bring this way of being, and then America comes and says, well, you can also plan for the future, and it's an unlimited amount of possibilities, and it's all in your mind. It's all in my mind. Yeah, so okay, well, it's a combination of your spirit, your instinct, your heart, and your mind. You see it? So I already came with a good spirit, good instinct, good heart, and some kind of creativity. But then America just blew me to the next level because it's a platform. Everywhere you go, if you go to China, you learn something. You go to Russia, you learn something. You go to Europe, you learn something. Every country teaches you something, but without a doubt, America helped me become who I became.
So I know your story. I've read your book. Like,
Thank
yeah. In a nutshell, give us that story of coming to America because it is really that American dream story. But it didn't come easily.
No. Well, nothing comes easily to last long, right? Yeah, because it has to come with the faith. It has to come with the hard work. It has to come with the passion and the creativity. And you have to go through all these emotions, all these things, and you have to have so much self-control because a lot of times you want to kill yourself.
Yeah. Yes.
Or somebody else. Right?
Or somebody else.
Yeah. Right. Because you meet a lot of evil people along the way, and and it's just dishonest people, and so you don't know how to deal with it. And I'm by myself here in America. I don't know how to get a feedback from my family. What do I do now?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's you learn along the way. But I was born in Culiacan, Sinaloa. Narcos 3 is where I'm from.
Okay.
Right? So that's the time of the Federation. It's a young Caesar in among all these cartels, right? And you have to learn to block the availability.
Right.
Right? That was my mom. My mom was I did a good job on the rules, boundaries, limitations. She's still an incredible leader, direction, protection. And I did listen to my mom. I didn't follow in that because it was drugs or dogs, right? Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I mean, I could easily go it that way. It's easier
Right.
to become the dog whisperer. Nobody has ever become, so you don't know the way. But to become a drug cartel, it was right there. Pick one from
Right.
Pablo Escobar to the Cali cartel to all the Sinaloa cartel. That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
So it's important for people to know where I'm from because that's not easy to grow up in an environment like that.
So what was it that drew you to dogs versus drugs in that moment?
I always had this affinity for dogs. I wanted to be a vet, right?
Okay.
Because I saw myself as the rest of my life around animals, right? And I'm from a farm, so it's like the farm called me all the time, and so the closest thing to always be with the farm is the dogs. And then watching Lassie and Rin Tin Tin when I was 10 years old. Right, and I thought that every dog in America was just like Lassie and Rin Tin Tin. Right, that's actually what at one point in my life, I told my mom when I was 13, Mom, you think I'd be the best doctor in the world? And she said, yes, you can do whatever you want as long as you're not a drug cartel. That's a true story. And then from that point on, that was it. I started watching a lot of Lassie and Rin Tin Tin. And when I get older, I'm gonna go to America and find who trained Lassie and Rin Tin Tin. That was it.
That's why Hollywood, right?
That's it. So it's Hollywood or Disneyland, right? So why did I came in this direction and not New York or not Chicago? Because Hollywood and Disneyland. That was it.
Wow.
It was that simple,
Yeah.
But then I became, focused, and very disciplined about it. And so I started grooming dogs, walking dogs, helping veterinarians to hold dogs, to give them the vaccinations or whatever thing.
Mhm.
And so I learned a lot, of just holding and just practicing my silence and my calmness that now I know what I was doing. I was doing it instinctually, but now unconsciously know what I'm doing.
Right.
That was one of the hard part. I think that's a conversation that I never talk about that, growing up in Sinaloa
Yeah.
and all these temptations and all these, obstacles for a kid, because I was just a kid.
Is what, you were 21 when you first moved
I
here?
left when I was 21.
Okay.
I left when I was 21, and that's when I jumped the border. That's when I went into the border, and it took me 2 weeks. I left on December 23rd, so I spent Christmas and New Year on the border. A 21-year-old, as another challenge, a 21-year-old, you could have just been recluded, for cartels or kidnapped for organs.
Yeah.
Sell your
Mhm.
organs.
Right.
So there's a lot of danger
Yeah.
at the border. It's not Chuck E. Cheese. It's not Chuck E. Cheese. It's not it's not like welcome community. Hey, Caesar, welcome to the border.
Right.
None of
So
that.
you didn't bring any dogs with you at that point?
No. I brought my knowledge, and that was
Right.
it. That was. I wish, but it wouldn't be a good moment to bring a dog.
So how did you go from that? Here's young 21-year-old
Mm-hmm.
Caesar, pre-dog whisperer. How did you go from that to the dog whisperer?
That's a beautiful story, right? Because I pinch myself every day. I didn't came to America to stay, I came to America because I wanted to learn and then go back.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Mhm.
I want to stay with my family, close to my mom, my dad, and my sisters and my nephews. But then the opportunity came back. They gave me a TV show.
I thought that was going to be a much longer story.
No. But the story is, I crossed the border. I was homeless for 2 months,
Yep.
and I work in a grooming salon,
Uh-huh.
and I did a good job. I raised money again, so I can keep moving forward to Los Angeles. I work in a car wash, with a guy named Jay Real. They gave me the opportunity. He took me to get a driver license. He gave me an Astro van. That was my first kennel, so I will pick up dogs and the Astro van. So I used to walk 40 dogs, 40 to 60 dogs, and I put them all in the Astro van. I used to charge $10 per dog, so I will make my money in volume,
Yeah.
right? And so because I'm walking 40, 60 dogs off leash, and at that time in Los Angeles, the LA Times find out about me. And so they followed me for 3 days, and at the end of the interview, they asked me, "So, what would you like to do? 5 years from now?" That's when they asked me the first question about the 5 years from now. So that's when I said I would like to have my own TV show or a radio show because I really want to help people. That's when I realized that I had something different to offer. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
So I started calling it. I train people rehabilitate dogs. The Dog Psychology Center in South Central, in a parking lot.
Wow.
And
Back
so
of an Astro van.
then and so then from there, LA Times came out on a Sunday, and by Monday was a line of producers outside trying to find out what was the show going to be about.
Wow.
I mean, that's a fast forward
Yeah.
thing. Obviously, many things
Sure.
happen along
Right.
the way.
But I'm sure when you look back at it, it was that much of a shooting star. What was it like going from this Astro van to now everyone you can't walk down the street without someone asking you for a dog training tip advice from the dog whisperer?
I don't have a word for that yet, because I'm still digesting. Because I've been on TV for 20 years, And until now, I'm actually slowing down and say, wow, look at all I did. Even the mountain, even the
Yeah.
dog psychology center in Santa Clarita, I get up and I see it, because when you are, building something, you don't pay attention to you or to your accomplishments. You just keep going.
Yeah.
And especially if you don't have that awareness, because as a Mexican, we work, right? We work, but we don't know how to slow down and say, hey, good job. Just don't do nothing today.
Yes.
You're not gonna die.
There's almost a pride in not doing that, in saying I'm going to work hard and I'm not going to stop.
It's a habit.
Mm-hmm.
It is also part of the tradition, right? Because I don't want to be labeled as lazy.
Right.
So I grew up, if you don't do anything, help the family, you're lazy.
Yeah.
So there's no way in the world. I'm a Jack Russell. So I gotta go.
Gotta go. So you're just now getting to look into that rearview mirror, going, "Hey, that's pretty." It's like when you see a sunset in the rearview mirror in Southern California, and you're like, "That's nice."
I raised two kids. One is 30 and the other one is 27. You're raising it, and they're right there. They're your puppies and they're doing it, but you're building this thing. And not only that, is my profession is a mission, right? It's better human, better planet. And it's something that the whole world can benefit just by changing the energy and the philosophy and the actions. That's it. Everybody wants to have a good relationship with a dog,
Right.
if with money or without money. So it's something that I can help accomplish. So it's always in the back of my mind, moving me to keep going, moving forward. And so it's a father and all of that. And sometimes as you're listening to the voice that tells you, go, 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 So until you slow down or you stop a little bit, then you see, my sons. They're always there, they always have been there, but I have never slowed down until now and enjoy it.
And enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Are your kids following in your footsteps?
They do it. I don't know if they're gonna keep up
Yeah.
with the profession. But they do it. This is part of the
How could they not?
income. Yeah,
Yeah.
their income. Yeah, they charge way more than me when I was starting.
Smart boys, you taught them
Hey,
well.
listen, they learned something better. than me.
I don't know them personally, but the work I've seen them doing, it's neat to see they have that work ethic. And from the outside looking in, they admire Dad, and
Yeah.
and I'm sure it didn't always feel that way.
That's true.
We're just on that path with younger kids, so
Mhm.
we could probably get some training advice for
Mm.
kids versus dogs. But what's interesting is you really set the bar for this dog world outside of just being a veterinarian. Going, hey, there are so many paths to working with animals.
Yeah.
I think if, we do a lot in the media space as well. I wish someone could rewind to me and say, okay, yeah, because I wasn't smart enough to be a veterinarian.
Yeah.
Like I would have never passed all the tests. They would have kicked me out.
Me neither.
If someone would have just said, oh, but there are so many other paths, I would have skipped college. I would have, saved myself so many years to just go, I can work in my passion. And one thing that I noticed you talk about is your mission. And certainly, if anyone were to walk down the street and see you, they go, there is Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer.
Yeah.
Like, he is the guy. Certainly there have been hardships along the way.
Yeah.
Would love to hear about any of those hardships if you'd like to share, because then I want to talk
Which
about some
one
of
do
the
you
things
want to
you're
hear
excited
about? I mean, so many. I don't.
And how your mission played, if that's what helped you carry on, because certainly pioneering this sort of space, there had to be hard days and days where you didn't even want to get out of bed.
Well, the only time I didn't want to get out of bed is when I tried to, commit suicide. That was the only time. Other than that, every single day after that, it has been before that day, because I love the 5 a.m. I love to walk dogs and they need it. So you can't really skip a day. So being a pet parent is a 24/7.
Yeah.
365. Your birthday, so what?
Yeah.
They don't understand that concept that you keep them behind doors in your home. Their brain wants to move at 5 a.m. right? Because they're daytime animals. So if you go 6, 7, and all of that, that's up to you. But they will really love to get out at 5 a.m.
Right. They're ready.
They're ready because they're going with the clock of the earth.
Mhm.
Right. So I really enjoy that part, and I know how much it means to them instinctually.
Mhm.
It has nothing to do with their heart or their mind, it's just their instinct. Right. Nighttime animal loves nighttime, but daytime animal loves daytimes. And a dog is a daytime animal, like the horse, like the donkey, and all of those guys. So for me, that's I never stop.
Yeah.
I have never stopped ever.
The Jack Russell.
Yeah, that's because that dog can go anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
He can do practically any kind of activity.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Anything,
Uh-huh.
anything. He's fearless, and to be what I am, you have to be fearless, and it's faith versus fear, and I use a lot of faith because a lot of times, I don't have anybody that can guide me to in this journey, so just have to follow the faith and just surrender to the mission. So that was one. I mean, that was the hardest thing. I guess for a lot of my family members know that. For me, I wanted to kill myself, right? So it seemed easy at that time, but for everybody else, it was really hard to digest that part. But after that, that was it. Snap out of it. Keep going. Only one time. That's the biggest weakness, but I was really angry.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes, 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 yes.
I think one of the things that I've learned from dogs that I know is the living in the moment and the
Yeah.
vulnerability that dogs allow us to have and sharing things like that. Because I think when we all put that front on that dogs don't do, we misguide our friends and our family when we are hurt and we are
Yeah.
we are in pain, which a dog will
Yep.
show you. And
Yep.
humans, we put this veil on.
Yep.
And it's one of the things I've learned from dogs. And it's funny because I think about it and I don't know if I've ever met a Jack Russell in a shelter.
Hmm.
Right? Have we?
In England? Yeah, a
Maybe in
lot.
England,
Yeah.
So you are unique, my friend, and I would love to know what you're most excited about right now because you've been on this journey. You're looking in that rearview mirror.
Mhm.
What excites you right now?
My girlfriend has 4 grandkids that I'm helping raise,
That's
and every time that I feel a little bored or frustrated or whatever, I just go and get a new species. During COVID, I got a kangaroo.
okay.
Yeah.
How's that work in the dog pack?
And that brings a lot of happiness.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see it? And that keeps you healthy. And that makes your heart love a new thing. And then your mind has to be created. So to me, it's all about the happiness, the health, and the heart and the mind being created. Just keep the mind learning, achieving, or the mind can also teach,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So for me, I tell my kids, there's 3 things. If you use the mind the right way, you learn new things, you achieve it, and then you give it away. You teach it.
Yeah. Well, what's the biggest thing you've learned over the last 5 to 10 years that may be differentiated from when you first started out?
Patience, there is the patience, they never lose it, right? Because even when the moment of like the moment that I have of commit suicide, I lost my patience on me. I lost my calmness. I lost my confidence. I lost my love. I lost my joy. So I let other energy come in instead of just keeping what helped me help dogs, right? Because
Mhm.
the high level of patience that I have and the calmness and the confidence, the love, the joy, that is what injects the dog to come right back. Because I work with a lot of dogs, the red zone, right? So that means if I don't do anything about it with those dogs will die,
Mhm.
right? So it can be super fearful or super aggressive. And so how do I help this dog to come back? Patience, calmness, confidence, love, joy. So right, because somebody did not get the right energy in those dogs, so they have to go into fight, flight, avoidance, which is the energy you don't want from a dog that lives with humans, because that makes him come across more wild.
Right.
You see what I mean? The
Wild,
whole
feral.
point of a dog is the dog is calm, surrender, like these guys, or happy or lucky. Or if you have a front of the pack, calm, confident. So those 3 state of minds, those are the good ones. But the bad ones is the fight, flight, avoidance. So avoidance is when a dog doesn't listen to you, but he can get hit by a car. Flight is when the dog is afraid. 4th of July, 11 million dogs get lost every year in America because they 4th of July.
Right.
And that's how I created the new color, the halo color, because dogs were getting lost.
Yeah.
And so the aggression is the fight is the aggression is what most people are afraid of an aggressive dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been to your farm, but we have a farm
do?
down in North County, San Diego, and we're rehabilitating dogs
Ah.
in a different way. I'd say we're not dog trainers.
Yet.
More yet. That's
Well,
right.
you're a dog whisperer now.
Okay, I'll tell
It's
you.
easier to be a dog whisperer than a dog trainer.
Okay, big
And it's
compliment.
more fun.
Whenever we like help a dog and you see the transformation, people will go, "You're like the dog," and then they realize, "Oh no, there's the dog whisperer already." They'll go, "Oh, well, you're like it.
Yeah.
There's already a dog
Yeah, yeah.
whisperer, so you're like a dog normal talker,
Dog whisperer of San Diego. Why not?
But it's neat that you have that is you. Like there's no one in the world that says that without going, "Ah, Cesar Millan."
Mhm.
So you made it.
That's a gift. So that's a gift that God gave. Gave. That's definitely a gift. It's no way in the world I could have come out with that. That position did not exist.
Yeah.
But I came.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
Yeah.
So we've got to come see your farm sometime. We're going to invite ourselves because
No, you're invited.
okay, it's really neat what you're doing, and we know how hard it is. It's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Like you don't just go plop. There's a farm. Like there's something broken every day.
Mhm.
It's that like you talked about. It's hard work. You get out there, you get it done.
Yeah.
You can't call anyone to get it done. The fence breaks. You got to go fix it. So. Tell us about how it works. How's it working? Like you have all these different animals. Which animal's most like the dog? Like
Which animals is more like the dogs?
Yeah.
Ducks.
The ducks?
The ducks.
Okay.
Definitely more like the dogs. Yeah. Very pack oriented, very organized. The chickens are like more like the cats. The emus are far from it. Right. And then after that is the horse and the donkey and the llama and the alpaca. And then we have 4 tortoises.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But the whole point is for people to come and see, trust, respect, love with different species.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. And a lot of times when people come to visit me is because their dog has prey drive. And so they want to rehabilitate the prey drive. And so I have many species available for the human to practice a calm, confident while their dogs is learning not to be aggressive. You see it? But because most of the time the dog is doing prey drive with a squirrel or a cat or another dog, when I put him in front with a tortoise, the mind has not failed. You see it? The mind of this dog owner has not failed with a tortoise.
So they're not expecting that failure to
That's
happen
right.
and waiting for it.
Versus if I put him with the squirrel, they already failed many times.
That's right.
So then that's how I begin to empower people. Right? Because you said it, to live in the moment. In order for you to rehabilitate a dog, you have to live in the moment.
Yeah. I wonder if we do that with Kobe. Our dog, he's blind. Only half of his heart works, so it beats really fast. So it gives him a false sense of anxiety, which is anxiety. And so we do sometimes guard him, going, he's going to get anxious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry. My eyes like watering like crazy.
You okay? I'm like,
Like trying to like not.
I was like, did you have a tortoise in your childhood history we didn't know about? And choking up over there. Okay, question for you. Is the farm where you want it, or do you have is it an always project?
It's what happened.
Okay.
It's what happened. Water is very important.
Yes. Yeah. It turns out.
Then I didn't pay attention to the temperature. So I'm in the desert.
Oh, okay. So
it's
that makes
hot.
it hard.
It's
yeah.
hot. It's
Well,
hot.
it's getting hotter and hotter.
And it
every
gets
year.
hotter and hotter, But so I keep planting trees and more trees, And so I didn't pay attention to the water and the heat. But when I went to see the land for the first time, it belonged to a lady from Holland.
Ah.
And she had emphysema. No, not emphysema is the one with the cigarette.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, like
I
people
think
smoke
so.
and they have
Yeah.
to have
Yeah.
the tank.
Uh-huh.
And so she knew she was going to die, and she wanted to sell the land to somebody who loved the land as much as she did. And so I went, and I just felt right when I met the mountain, and I went on the top of the mountain, and I look exactly where the dog park was going to be, where the waterfall was going to be, what the trails were going to be, what the camping thing was going to be. So it's 43 acres. And it was nothing when I purchased the land. It's literally like Minecraft,
Mhm.
and then you build your stuff, right? So it is. But then I saw it, and I said, "This is the one."
You could see the vision.
I saw the lamb in front of me, and in my vision of all the stuff, and then and then it began to start. It's the dog park there, then this,
Which 40 something acres, that's no small, you can look at that and very quickly become overwhelmed because it's a lot of
I
land.
got excited because they used to throw me from Runyon Canyon. So I used to walk a lot in Runyon Canyon with 40 dogs. And so people started complaining that I have this Rottweilers and Pit Bulls and German Shepherds off-leash.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
So then the Rangers will come to me and say, we're going to give you a ticket if you, stop coming.
Yeah.
So I was just walking. I was just a dog walker.
Yeah.
And I said, one day I'm going to buy my own mountain. So I did.
Here you are. That's really
But it
neat.
needed to be big,
Yeah,
it needed
Right.
to
yeah.
be, because I needed the trails.
Mhm.
Is more of what I needed the most. Yeah.
How much do you walk in a day?
I don't know. Hours.
So somebody get a tracker on this
Literally
guy.
hours.
Yeah.
I have
Listen.
anything.
Okay, listen, I have a business idea for you.
Uh-huh.
You get a tracker, And then everyone pays you like 99 cents to see how much you're walking and if they can walk their dog as much. It's a challenge. It's the,
I
it's
can
the
get paid
Cesar
by
Millan
that?
challenge. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's do it.
I'll do
Let's
it.
sign it
Yeah.
up.
See if they
That
like
would be
Walking with
inspiring.
Caesar.
Right.
Get
Yeah.
everybody
I
walking
would,
with you.
yeah. Oh, yeah. To follow the podcast, like see how far you guys are walking. They got to match that walk. I'm
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
sign up for it.
That's a new mission.
Get
Okay.
everybody walking dogs.
Yeah. When people see you on the street or when they see you out,
Mhm.
do they like outside of, oh my gosh, we love you. Do they always like ask you training questions?
Yes.
What's the number one question you get?
How do I stop my dog from pulling on the leash?
Okay.
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 And what do you
Well,
say?
and what do you say?
Well, it's before you put the leash on a dog, is what's your energy before you put the leash on a dog, right? And your energy, and if you're not calm, confident, you're not gonna create calm surrender. So most people are in a rush. Most people are not in a patient state,
Yep.
or they're not even thinking calm. They just want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So then the leash means that. You see, instead of the leash means this, like the equivalent of yoga meditation, right? So people go to yoga meditation to achieve calm surrender. You see it? And so nobody is going after the calm surrender of the dog. People is just, you want to go for a walk? And the dog is crazy. And they put the leash, sit, 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 stay, stay. And then they start, increasing the craziness of it, right? And the dog, of course, is not going to listen to you because the
Right.
dog is so excited. You just
Yeah.
told him, you want to go for a walk? And some people even have to spell the word
Yeah,
walk.
yeah.
Don't say walk. Don't
Right.
say ball. You have to spell it, right? Because that triggers the excitement.
Right.
So that's the beginning of teaching the dog not to pull on the leash, because the leash have to represent almost like a gold medal, right? You're proud of wearing it.
Uh-huh.
And most people chase the dog to put the leash on it
Right.
instead of the dog coming to wear. And then you put it on, and there you go. So it's silence, calmness, you know what to do, and then you go. Then the dog goes. Because he's tapping into your energy, and it's tapping into your motion. And that's it. And then you're supposed to walk for a long period of time without the dog sniffing the ground. So a lot of times people walk with the dog and the dog is in front and the dog is doing explore mentality. So follow, play, explore. So it's 3 activities the dog needs to do: follow, play, explore. Right? So the walk is the most important because he's in a follower state. Then the play is a more excited as activity. And explore is even more excited because they even pee. So the more they pee, the more they own. So most people, when they walk a dog in the morning, the dog is in the front peeing all over the place. So the dog is just like, I'm here to own this neighborhood again. And how dare you come in this way?
We even know better. And I'd say 50-50, that's us.
Yeah.
It's like a task item. Isn't that true? Like we do often treat it as a task item. A task item is, I need to pack an apple in my lunch, not I need to take my dog on a walk.
Yeah.
It's a joy. It's a luxury. Like
Yeah.
it is that one point of connection we have with our dog that is so meaningful. What you figured out, obviously,
Yeah.
with your center. And so, yeah, that's a good reenactment of what not to do.
Yeah. A bird have to fly, a fish have to swim, a dog have to walk. You see how important that thing is?
Mm-hmm.
Because for a bird to fly is very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
For a fish to swim is very, very important. And people don't see the walk of a dog as that important, as that meaningful, as that spiritual. You know what I mean? So when you walk with a dog and the dog follows you, it's not just the name of the dog or how much you love the dog, it's the spirit and the instinct following you. You see it? So then you practice, we're going to be quiet, we're going to be calm. You're going to be in a follower state, I'm going to be in a leader state. Like when we walk kids, we don't want them to be in front, especially in the streets. We want them to be next to us.
Right.
We want them to follow us.
Mm-hmm.
So the kid has to be in a calm surrender state so he can be safe. You see, it's an instinctual conversation that needs to happen for you to guarantee that dog is going to be safe and you're going to have a beautiful walk. It's very beautiful when you walk with the spirit and the instinct of a dog. It's very beautiful.
When I think back to my soul dog Flip, my late dog I lost a couple of years ago, if I could have one more walk with him in that calm state, I would give just almost anything.
Yeah.
What you're saying is such a good reminder to cherish that every day.
Yeah.
Do you have a soul dog?
Yeah, daddy.
I knew the answer. I was
And
setting you
after that was a Frenchie named Bison. Listen, they just come and you can feel it. Once you can feel it, if that dog is gonna take care of your spirit, that dog is gonna take care of your instinct, that dog is gonna take care of your heart, that dog is gonna take care of you. They're all calm. Depends on what you need, because that's the law of attraction. You're attracting things in your life, people, animals, businesses, and all of that. All that is an attraction, and when you are not paying attention, boom, God sends situations. They send you the right dog. I always tell people, sometimes you don't get the dog you want, you get the dog you need, so you can really fully become you, Oh, it's too challenging. Yeah, that's because that's what you needed. And then people realize, I don't have patience. I don't have calmness. There you go. See, that's the best dog. If I give you a dog that is easy for you, you will not deal with that. So how will you ever get to self-knowledge, right? And then after self-knowledge, you can do self-value. And after self-value, you can do self-love. Now that dog did that for you. That's a perfect human right there. Well, regardless of a gender. So it's a human thing, right? Self-knowledge, who you are. And then once you know who you are, it's time to value yourself, self-value. Then once you practice that, then you can say you love yourself. Otherwise, you're
Can't
not
even
doing it
start.
right. Because it has to be knowledge and then value and then love. Everything has a formula. If you follow it, you get the outcome.
With Daddy,
Hmm.
if they were here now and they could understand you for a minute, you could tell them something.
To Daddy,
Yeah. What would you say?
thank you. Thank you. Thank you for 16 years. He's always around. Look, sometimes he's in my dreams. Sometimes I can see like an image of Daddy. And that's because I always think about him. And then at the ranch, I have many things, that reminds Daddy. But honestly, Daddy helped me a lot in my 16 years of my marriage, which I have no idea what I was doing. I was raising two kids. I was learning English. I was not legal yet. So it was a lot of stuff. And so he always gave you this beautiful energy of patience and calmness and confidence and love and joy. That's it. He was just giving it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. I was just being a husband, being a father, learning English. I have no papers. I have to bring money and all this task that you're doing, and you go crazy, right? You go crazy because there's so many responsibilities. But then a dog comes in and woof, injects that energy in it. So you can only be grateful of all the things he did quietly. And then you realize later, wow, this is all he did. And then in the moment, I was just happy to be around him. But then later, it's like, wow, he was a big, big boulder of energy, of literally super patient, super calm.
If he was here right now, what would he tell you?
I think he would want me to take him to the beach so he can make the biggest hole, because he was afraid of the water. So he would like to go to the beach, but he'll make the big hole so I don't bring him into the ocean. Like you know how you seen tortoise, like turtles doing a big hole. Daddy will make the biggest hole in the world, and he would just stay there.
That's
Yeah, a big face pit bull, scared of the water.
So funny.
Yeah, Junior was the opposite. Junior was a surfer.
He'd
Yeah,
just get out
Junior
there.
is my other pit bull.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Junior loved the water. It was almost like he was a Labrador.
How can people support you?
They have, and that's something that I always, at one point in my life, I do want to thank the whole world to support me, because this dream of this thing that happened to me is one in a lifetime. Especially me as coming as an immigrant kid, and with a dream to become the best dog trainer in the world, and the whole world. First America, right, gave me the platform, and then 120 countries watches the show, and they know about what I did and what I do. And so, first of all, thank you. And second is CesarMillan.com.
Can we talk about Brad Garrett? Oh my goodness. This is
We wouldn't be able to do anything here with
I
that guy
know.
here. Absolutely nothing.
okay.
You guys will be, that's it.
You got to go
It's
watch
over.
the episode with Brad Garrett and you taking him on a walk. I took an acting class with Brad Garrett because I love stand-up comedy. I couldn't do the life. I'm in bed like 9 o'clock. Like I wouldn't be able to do it. What's funny is he is not always that guy. Like a lot of comedians, very serious, very deep. And it's so interesting because I'm gonna have him on here, and I'm gonna have to put the disclaimer like you did on the video where it said parental discretion advised. But oh my goodness, it was so funny seeing your patience and just how patient you were with him, and you just kind of like you let go and you're like, all right, we're just gonna walk. Here we go. This is if you had to say, outside of Brad Garrett being a Great Dane in size, what kind of dog do you think Brad Garrett would be most like?
He will be more like, Isn't that size a great name, but a little goofy?
Yeah,
Right? But
like a
yeah,
Scooby-Doo.
but I forgot the breed right now. It's Irish Wolfhound.
Oh, yeah, this would be good. This would be
You
good.
know, because when
Yeah.
they're woofy, they're
Yeah.
crazy.
And their hair's all
Yeah.
shaking.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll have him on sometime. And then
No,
we'll
yeah.
have to watch the episode and react to it. And I'll say,
No,
Brad,
listen, this humongous human being called me because he needed help with a Yorkshire Terrier.
yeah. That sounds like Brad.
This guy with this thing,
He's
and the Yorkshire Terrier takes over him.
yeah.
You know, I was like,
Because
hey,
he's a real softy. He's
yeah.
a real softy.
beyond.
Thank you for your time. Thanks for coming on here.
Thank you.
Everyone, let's give it up for Cesar Millan.
Woo!
Alfie. Look at
guys.
Alfie. Sophia.
The real stars. The real stars.
Everybody.
The scoop. I have something for you, the scoop, that I have been wanting to share with you all week. So do you think when littermates are reunited years and years later, let's say a year later or more, that they know, that they recognize each other, that they have that sense that they're siblings when they reunite and it's magic? Or do you think no clue, just could be a stranger dog in the night?
I think, yes, they absolutely know, but whether or not they like each other would be like the same family dynamic in humans, right? Because my dad and his best friend adopted a dog, oh gosh, I don't know how long, a while ago. And so anytime they hung out, they'd bring their dogs, and they knew. Chocolate Labs, they were just gung-ho. They'd go crazy. So excited to see each other. But it was all they ever knew. They consistently saw each other throughout their lives.
Like cousins or siblings meeting again.
Yeah.
So we have a larger sampling. This actually came from a shelter, Mission Viejo Animal Services. So unfortunately, there were these puppies. I think they were dumped in bushes outside the shelter or something. Someone didn't surrender them correctly like they should. It happens. Sometimes you can't keep your dog, but the way that you go about it is really important. And I know a lot of people give a lot of excuses, but at the end of the day, you need to go to the shelter and say, I need help, and go through the proper processes. So he dumps these dogs into the bushes. They actually were able to track him down, get the mom dog, take her, because, you can't, obviously there was additional neglect there and you can't just do that. And they were able to get all of the puppies and the mama successfully adopted. Okay, great. So then everyone gets together, starts a group chat. I don't know, WhatsApp, Insta DMs, who knows what they're doing now. And they all came together to meet a year later. And let me tell you, the sibling chaos ensued. Like, it was immediate love at first sight. They were playing, they were bouncing. We have video. If you're watching this on Spotify or YouTube, you can see them all just having a good time together. And I think it's just proof, because with that large of a sampling size, it's just proof. There's just something built inside of you that family and you connect with family. And boy, they did. And it is really cute. Like, if you can see this video, they're bouncing around and jumping around and nipping, each other in a fun way on the behind. It's a good time.
Yeah, and that is a party that I would want to attend. Like, I don't know these dogs or have any, connection to them, but if someone said, hey, these group of puppies are meeting for the first time after a year, who are all siblings, do you want to come and experience this? I would be like, yes, sign me up. I will be there. I will have my phone out. I'll be taking video, and I will give them treats.
Would they even have to invite you, or would you just show up?
I mean, anytime there's dogs around, I'm looking what's going on here? Do I need to know something happening that I'm not aware of? Okay, so I have something that I found that I wanted to share with you.
Okay.
Do you think that different breeds of animals share any sort of connection?
Breeds or species?
Sorry, species.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm thinking breeds, dogs.
That's okay.
But do you ever think that a dog sees another animal and is wondering what are you? Do I know you? Trying to figure them out?
Depends on the animal, I guess.
Okay.
Like, if it's a squirrel or is it a bear? I think that's a pretty broad question.
It is. Okay, well, so there's this golden retriever named Forrest.
Okay.
He's a service animal, and he was with his human at the Georgia Aquarium when the pair of them came across some dolphins.
Okay.
And the dolphins swam right up to him, and they basically literally fell in love on the spot. So you can see from the video that the dolphins like locked eyes with this golden and were just so happy. And the golden was even like, "Mom, are you seeing this? Like, can you believe it?"
I mean, I think if there was a golden retriever of the sea, it would certainly be dolphins.
Yes.
So I get it.
Well, and dolphins are highly intelligent.
Right.
Golden retrievers, maybe more like a 2-year-old, but happy.
Yeah.
So that was a really fun video to watch.
That's pretty cute. And for our listeners, yeah, you do see the golden and the dolphin having a communication language right through the glass that is adorable. And that's Radiantly Golden on Instagram. Cute Instagram. I love following Instagram dogs. It just makes my day.
Yeah.
It's what my whole feed is. That and donuts and coffee.
Sounds about right.
That's okay. Okay, you know our UPS guy, Tom?
Yes.
Do you know our mailman's name?
No.
Oh, what about the FedEx delivery guy?
No.
No, DHL. Like go down the list. We
Yeah.
don't know them. Although you do have a Target delivery person that is your person. Like they know your crazy Target orders by now.
Yes. It's his name's Angel.
It's pretty funny. Angel's very patient.
It's often because I forget things, and then he comes to my house like 3 times in one day, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "I'm sorry."
I'm sorry, we have kids.
Good to see you
with
again.
dogs. Angel, thank you. Okay, but if I were to work for a delivery service, I certainly wouldn't pick Target.
Because of me.
Yeah. But UPS, it's like, I don't know. They should just put a dog on the side of their truck at this point because they have a whole like UPS group chat of like just UPS drivers and dogs, like dog spotting.
Well, and they always have treats on them.
Always have treats on them.
I feel like that's got to be part of the job description.
hope
Working
so,
for
man.
UPS is like must love dogs.
Is not a marketing thing or an act. Listen, so there's this UPS driver in Iowa and he's dropping off packages, but his package drops go to saving dogs just immediately. And you can tell he didn't think twice about it because he spotted 2 dogs that were both drowning in a backyard pool. How he saw the backyard, I think it's because, the UPS trucks kind of sit up higher.
Yeah.
So you could see over the fence. He didn't see any humans around. These dogs, who knows how long they had been just trying to get out of this pool. So he ditched his route. He jumps into the pool, uniform and everything. Like his big old UPS boots, just jumps in, pulls both the dogs to safety.
Wow. What kind of dogs were they? Were they labs? Like, I feel like this could have been an instance where they were maybe water dogs and wanted to have some fun and then realized like, oh, I don't actually know how to get out of this pool.
Yeah, we have the video. I'll put the link in the description, everything. But it's like 2 like lab, it looks like lab mixes. Jeff and Rebecca were the parents and they're just like endlessly grateful to the UPS guy. Could you imagine? They're probably setting up like snacks and water bottles and Gatorade, whatever his favorite drink is at the door for him. I feel like our UPS driver would do this. Should we do a test? Put in like an inflatable dog in a pool? We don't even have a pool. Let's blow up a pool. Let's put an inflatable dog in there and be like, when he comes next time, be like, help my dog. Just to make sure we've got the right driver.
Right one. Yeah, maybe put like an agility course too while we're at it, as if he doesn't get enough exercise all day, like running these packages. This week's adoptable dog is Wally, and he is an American Staffordshire Terrier. He is a puppy. And the first 8 out of the 10 months of his short life was spent tied to a radiator, never once going outside. His long-term neglect led to a family member stepping in and turning him in. He's emaciated, his little body's covered in scabs, and just despite everything he's been through, he's so happy and he's just looking for his forever family to kind of rewrite history for him.
Wow. And look at him. He has the floppiest ears, the biggest eyes, a giant wet dog nose. And, it almost blinds you from looking at how emaciated he is. And it looks like he has spots on him, likely burns from the radiator. In a lot of those situations, it might be cold. And so dogs try to cozy up to warmth, but then they get burned doing that because they'll fall asleep and they're weak from not having the right nutrients. So it is heartbreaking to see something like that, but it is so encouraging to see the hope that he has in his eyes.
As our audience knows, we have a soft spot for these kinds of dogs. You can just tell that he is so sweet and will love you forever. Just looking for that next home.
Where can you adopt Wally?
Wally is available at Animal Haven, and we will also link his information.
Most importantly, even if you can't adopt Wally, share this because I think together all of us can get Wally adopted. Welcome to Kelly's Always Right. for us right now, it is a Southern California rainy day, and we are in our vintage Airstream trailer recording. This means old and we got it for cheap. But that's okay. Good place to start. But it is pouring down rain, like the biggest Southern California storm. That's a big deal. That would be like a foot to 3 feet of snow in Montana. You know, the land is not ready for the rain, and so it can cause mudslides and flooding
And people just don't know how to drive in the rain because it never rains. So when it does, everyone's like, ah!
But I love it. Like to have some coffee and to get to spend time with you and do this Kelly's Always Right. Which, by the way, what did we miss? I'm blabbing here. What, you know, Cesar Millan, like the dog whisperer on the show.
Mm-hmm.
The number one requested guest from all of you. And might I just add, a delight.
Yeah. He is kind. He takes his time to give you thoughtful answers versus just going through the motions of, you know, because for how long he's been doing this, I'm sure he gets asked the same questions.
Same questions.
And over and over again. And he answers that same questions over again with the same delight as if it was asked for the first time. So...
yeah, I think that's right. And he was open and vulnerable. I mean, sharing some of his
personal struggles.
Yeah, and darkest moments. Like, yeah, I really appreciate that. There have been times where like we've had a guest, and as soon as we're done recording, they're like, "Okay, great, see you, bye." And nothing wrong with that. Like, we don't mind.
People are busy.
He hung out. He stayed around. We had great conversations. He was in no hurry. He was present. I definitely was impressed because I've met Cesar multiple times, and it's just in passing. Yep, yeah. Exactly. So to get to spend time with him was really neat. And Cesar or your team, if you're watching this, thank you. It was really fantastic having you. We hope to come see you at some point. We were invited to go to his ranch, and so we will do that. I will wait until I have the biggest handful of a dog, and then I will go do that and put it off on Cesar and let him fix that dog. But I know what he'll say. He's going to say he's fixing me.
Maybe we should go sooner.
Whoa! Kelly is always right. Okay, what did I mess up?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I feel like this has been a theme lately of me not having anything to critique,
great,
or criticize.
Let's keep going, guys. I'm winning right now. I usually do go in streaks, right? It's just I'm doing everything wrong, or no, not with you. I mean, just in general, or I wouldn't say I'm doing everything right, or I'm just not doing everything wrong. Those are the two gears that I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's really nice when you get to slow down and have a meaningful conversation versus a lot of the conversations that, you know, even on a day-to-day basis with anybody in your life, it's just, oh, hey, so how's it going? Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Good. You're good. Everyone's good. Check, check, check. Move on to the next. So.
Well, and I hope if you're watching or listening to this, you're feeling that as well. Like that's what we really want to do with this is slow down, take our time, invite you in to this conversation and have a cup of coffee with you. And so, and I know a lot of people watching this podcast, they don't even realize they're not subscribed. So hit that subscribe button because the more that we do this and the more that we build this, the more dogs we can help. And which segues into this week's adoptable dog, which is maybe they're all special, but maybe one of the most special adoptable dogs we've had so far on Dogs and Coffee. You want to go ahead and share? Do you not know what dog it is? We talked about this.
Oh, I think maybe this is where I say you're not right.
Olive?
No, yeah. We were not doing Olive.
Why not?
Remember, because the dog...
because we already have one and they're not adopted yet?
They haven't been adopted. So we recorded...
Oh.
When we recorded this episode with Cesar, we did one about a pup named Wally.
Oh, and Wally's already in there.
And what you have already seen Wally.
Wally, I'm sorry. I almost forgot it.
But I double-checked today, and Wally is still available for adoption, which I couldn't believe. And so...
Okay, my apologies.
So here's our second plug for...
Kelly's Always Right again. And oh, you mean Wally, for Wally.
Yes, Wally. I don't need to toot my own horn. You do that enough.
Hey, hey, Wally is an amazing dog, and
With Animal Haven.
okay, the next dog, Olive will share in the next episode a little bit about her. She's available for adoption too. I'll put her link in there too because it's awesome. And we've had some of you become members, which is so cool. And we've got this little members community going in the Dogs and Coffee group, and we're going to use those funds. We'll reach out to Animal Haven, and we will offer to pay for Wally's adoption if someone will adopt him. Because yeah, that's right. Wally is such a good dog.
Yeah.
Man, a week or two goes by and just everything out of this guy's head. Okay, we appreciate you. We will put up additional Dogs and Coffee videos right here so that you can just keep watching, hit that playlist, throw it up on your TV, enjoy it, because these are some really fun conversations, meaningful conversations. And now that we've had the most requested guest on the show,
Who do you want next?
let us know who you want next.